Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, we need to take a little bit of a look at some really cool things which have just gone and been revealed over in Japan. You see, a little while ago, I told you about signed card binder things, which were released over in Japan. There was one for Marnie, which was spectacularly popular. And then there was one for Hop and one for Beady, which I think it's fair to say were not anywhere near as popular, but they were still kind of cool. So we essentially had these binders released, and when you bought them, you would get the cool binder with a lovely artwork on, a bunch of packs that was not the reason to buy them, and then just a promo card featuring that artwork. And it was all themed after characters in the game, and these were characters kind of living, not posing like some big I've gone and won the big Pokémon match thing, just kind of living. So Marnie was practicing smiling with Morpeko, Hop sitting down writing in a book while Sonia looks on from above, and Beady, I assume, is stewing over something, because that's kind of what Beady tends to do. Well, they're back, ladies and gentlemen. They are back, and I'll tell you what, I am extremely excited, because there's a bee. And I don't think I have made any bones about the fact that, as far as I'm concerned, Bee is very much my favourite of the Galar Gym Leaders. I mean, she takes the fighting Pokémon, which I think is pretty much enough, honestly, to make her my favourite, but she just happens to be kind of awesome as well, so yeah, that's pretty gosh darn cool. It's the reason I played through Sword first rather than Shield, although obviously I played through the pair of them. But there are 3 other gym leaders that are being featured as well. We have got ourselves Nessa, Raihan, and Leon, which I'm hoping means that B will be the least popular of them and therefore the easiest to pick up, because Nessa, Raihan, and Leon are all very popular characters, so that's kind of cool. Now, we'll go through these one by one. The one that really interests me first of all is the Leon, because if we have a look at the Leon binder, you'll notice we've got Leon, and he's kind of tussling Hop's hair, Hop, of course, being Leon's younger brother. And then you've got a Charizard curled up sleeping. So the first reaction of a lot of Pokemon fans is going to be, it's a Charizard! But if we take a look at the promo card, I am fairly sure, and correct me in the comment section if you think I'm wrong about this, I am fairly sure you cannot see any of the Charizard whatsoever. So even though the artwork does feature a Charizard, there's no actual Charizard on the card. Now, these are signed cards like they were before, which is pretty gosh darned awesome. But even though the Leon artwork has a Charizard, I am fairly sure the card doesn't. I'm not entirely sure what that's going to do to the value of the card, but I would imagine it would bring it down, because obviously Charizard's super popular, everybody wants it. No Charizard is going to affect it. Now, Nessa is an extremely popular character that everybody loves, who honestly doesn't look like she regularly does, because we generally see her in her gym kit. Well, here she's just kind of chilling at a cafe, having a nice little drink, by herself, which I appreciate. We can go for meals by ourselves. It's fine. We don't always need somebody with us. We're independent people, although there are the billboards on the building behind her showing off Nessa as we normally see her. It is really kind of cool. Raihan is literally just chilling with a Flygon. There's books and all around. He's watching something on his Rotom phone. And I love the Flygon's like peeking over. Like, can I watch? Because that's basically what our dogs do at home. They're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Can I join him? And Raihan is another very popular character, so people are going to love it. And then you got B, who's running down the street, going to buy something, presumably after school. Now, they do have names, like the last ones did. It is Leon's advice, because obviously Leon is, giving advice to Hop. We've got Nessa's rest, because Nessa's chilling. We've got Raihan's indomitableness, which I kind of love, and B after school. So these are all coming out, and you get essentially the binder, Now, the binder, the ones before, the pages were stuck in. You couldn't add to them. And here you get 10 pages, which stores 80 cards. There are 4 pocket binders, or pages, but you can go back to get 80 cards in there. You then get 1 booster pack of Silver Lance and 1 of Jet Black Poltergeist, that's Sword and Shield 6. 1 of Skyscraping Perfect, 1 of Blue Sky Stream, that's Sword and Shield 7. And 1 of Eevee Heroes, as well as a collector's guide. The collector's guide was underwhelming. The previous ones I picked up the Marnie one, or someone in Japan was very lovely and picked it up for me, so that was extremely cool, and I am extremely happy. As a side note, if anyone in Japan thinks they can pick me up one of the B, I would be very, very grateful indeed, because like I say, I try and limit the amount of Japanese products I pick up for the sake of my wallet and my marriage, but every so often there's something like this where I'm like, I need to pick up that B. That is amazing. But make no mistake about it, the promo cards are the reason to pick these up. Yes, the binders are cool. Yes, you get 5 packs of various sets. The collector's guide is nothing to write home about, or at least it wasn't before. But you pick these up for the promo cards. The promo cards are amazing. And they are signed. And incidentally, these are just alternate art reprints of existing standard legal cards. So the B is just B, and that's a card that I have tried to make work many, many times before. It's the one that lets you discard the top 5 cards of your deck, and then any fighting energy discarded you can attach to your bench fighting Pokemon in any way you like. It is a pretty cool card that doesn't see a lot of play, but I hold out hope that that will change in the future. Nessa is also a card that's been out for a little while now, came around in Vivid Voltage, lets you put up to 4 in combination of water, Pokemon and water energy from your discard pile into your hand. Very good recovery in water decks, although I don't see it seeing a huge amount of play. It's teched in occasionally, doesn't see a huge amount of play. Leon has also been around for quite a while. That was also a Vivid Voltage card. That's the one whereby when you play it, your attacks do 30 more damage to the active for the remainder of the turn. That is a card that has seen a huge amount of play and been teched into a whole bunch of decks. In terms of playability, at least up until now, it is the one that's seen the most play. And then we got Raihan, which isn't actually out yet, so I'm having to show you a Japanese scan of this one, because the English version just has not been shown off. But essentially what we've got here is you can only play it if one of your Pokemon was knocked out during your opponent's last turn, and you attach a basic energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon, and if you do, you search your deck for any card and put it into your hand. But it only works if one of your Pokemon was knocked out last turn. It only lets you attach 1 energy. It only lets you search for 1 card. It only lets you do that if you attached an energy. It is, shall we say, ladies and gentlemen, far from perfect. It remains to be seen how good it's going to be, but there is certainly a little bit of potential there. So now we get to 2 last questions, which are very important. How do you buy it in Japan? And are we going to get them over here? Now, in terms of how do you buy them in Japan, I do have a recommended retail price for you. It retails for 2,057 yen. Do remember, Japanese products tend to be quite a bit cheaper than they are over here. That equates to £13.50 or $18.70. It's really quite cheap. However, you can't just go and buy them. They will only be sold on the Pokémon Center online, that is the official website over in Japan, and you have to enter the lottery between July the 12th, that is today, and July the 18th, which is Sunday. So essentially you've got a full week starting from today to enter the lottery. Please do remember that the Japanese Pokémon Center will not ship outside of Japan, so you're going to need a Japanese address or a friend in Japan in order to make this work. And then you will be told if you are successful from August the 10th onwards. So you will have to wait about 3 weeks before you even know if you've won the lottery. And even then, you don't actually win the product, you win the chance to buy it. If there is leftover product, it will be sold regularly at Japanese Pokemon Centers, Pokemon stores, and the Pokemon Center online from August the 20th. However, it does state specifically it depends on how many lottery applications there are, and if there are too many, it might not be sold normally at the Pokemon Center online. And we all know what's happening with the Pokemon TCG at the moment, right? Everything is selling out super quickly. So I would not rely on these being available at general retail. If you want one of these, you've got a week to enter the lottery over in Japan. If you are in a position to do so, I suggest you do so sooner rather than later. And like I say, if anyone can enter the B one on my behalf, please. Now, how do they come out over here? No idea. Because we haven't got the previous 3 yet. Now, the Marnie Premium Tournament Collection is coming with 4 promo cards of Marnie. We have had it confirmed that one of those promo cards is a full art Marnie, which, although we cannot say for certain, is almost, not entirely, but almost guaranteed to be the full art from Shiny Star V that should have been in Shining Face but was removed. I can't tell you it will be that one, because we don't know, it's not official, but I can tell you it would be extremely surprising if it wasn't. You then have 3 other promo cards, which we are assuming is the autograph Marnie card for 2 reasons. Firstly, it's the only promo Marnie that Japan have had that we haven't. And secondly, you'll notice the artwork on the front is the same as the artwork from the autograph card. Now, you'll notice that the autograph is not visible, but then again, you'll notice it's also not the card, because the card cuts off right below her knees, and the artwork on the front there shows a fair bit more of the art. So that is very much an image for the front of the pack. That is, or the sleeves or something along those lines. It is not the actual promo card itself. So again, I can't tell you that it is the autograph card, but I can tell you it is overwhelmingly likely. So it seems like we are getting the Marnie Premium Tournament Collection, but there is still no word whatsoever on how the Hop and Beanie are going to be distributed. We'll have to wait and see. And given that we only got 1 of the 3 last time, that does raise some questions about how many of these 4 we're going to get. You would imagine that popular characters like Leon, they would want to make them available, but the honest answer is we are going to have to wait and see. It seems like 1 of the previous 3 is being made available, but as it stands at the moment, only 1 of them. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I don't usually expect news out of Japan on a Monday. It's usually a Friday thing, but I am not upset. This was fun news to wake up to this morning, and now I've shared everything I know and everything that I can tell you. So now it's over to you guys. I want to know what you think about these, and I want to know which of these 4 is your favorite. If you could pick one of them up, and if you can, maybe, which one you would or will. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.